gentlemen, boys and girls from across the world, welcome to the 2021 Offies ceremony. Thank you. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, it's good to be here. We have got a tremendous show planned for you today. Get that damn horn out of my head. That is awful. That is a seasick-inducing experience. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. What a downer. What a downer it is to begin this year's Offies. A lot of great nominees out there. It's been a great year. I want to welcome DJ Doug Pound.
Thank you, Tim. Great to be here.
You up for anything this year, Doug? I didn't look at the nominees.
The pounding.
Yeah, I mean...
do you do your own The Poundings?
What's that?
Do you do your own The Poundings drops?
The Pounding.
Yes, he does.
Dog. The pounding.
You know, it's a bummer that drop didn't get nominated, but, you know...
You are up
You know,
for...
I don't think I'm going to win a best drop today, Tim.
We'll see.
Because pretty much they're all Vicks.
They are. I noticed.
You've had a tremendous year, Vic. I want to welcome to the show Vic Berger here. Vic Berger, dressed to the nines.
I went in the closet, got the nicest things I own.
You would not be out of place walking down Main Street in Disneyland, would you?
That's right. I'm ready to start singing.
Getting a lollipop. We have a tremendous show. Producer Matt, thank you for organizing this. You've done a tremendous job. People are starting to warm up to you.
Took some time, but we're getting there.
There's a new podcast you put together for the Patreon.
Yes, quite enjoyable.
Let me say, folks, we're going to do some offies today. We're going to have some fun. We're going to take your calls, relax. Sit back and relax and have your... Sit back and relax and pour yourself a cup of Three Stogies coffee, actually.
Sit back and relax. Enjoy yourselves a cup of Three Stooges coffee and enjoy the show.
Thank you for that, Vic. What did I want to say?
I want to take issue with
Easy
them
now.
saying that it's all. I'm looking at the nominees. Doug is well represented.
Okay.
I would consider.
I'm just in the drops
Let me
category.
tell
Drop
you.
zone. Yeah, I am kind of cleaning up
Matumbo
there.
yours.
But I have
Okay.
Quiet,
something to say.
everybody,
Like
quiet.
I have something to say about
Everyone's
that. We'll
chiming
get to
in.
it.
I want to say, in all sincerity,
Dog.
I am very removed from the Offies process. This is a process that happens between between producer Matt and the patrons. So mostly, I think it's all patrons that are voting now at this point.
That is the Academy. Only
The
patrons.
Academy is the patrons. If you feel like something hasn't been represented, if something has been robbed, then you have the power of your vote, but you got to be a patron. Why?
Why?
Without further ado, let us begin the show. Let us begin the show with my co-host, ladies and gentlemen, directly from hell. Here's Johnny!
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, directly from hell. It's me, Johnny Carson. Welcome to the Offies, the Office Hours Award Show. Wow. I haven't seen this many nerds in one place since the line for William Shatner's autograph at Piscataway Con. Piscataway Con. Thank you, Ed.
Wow.
You know, my previous award hosting duties were for the Oscars. That was always exciting. You know, every spring, LA gets hit with Oscar fever. Do you feel it? Oscar fever
Yes.
every spring, yeah. At the Offies, we have a slightly different effect on the town. It's not so much a fever as a post-nasal drip.
Whoa!
Leading our band tonight is Jerry Paper. Jerry Paper, filling in for Doc Severinsen. Jerry's gone solo. Yeah, they're no longer with Rock and Scissors. Jerry. You know, those drops are annoying. But you know what's really annoying? I've been getting a lot of phone calls from scam artists. Have you had this experience, Ed?
Yes.
Scam artists trying to sell me really dumb ideas. And those are just the calls from Phil Braun.
Oh!
No, we love Uncle Phil.
Phil.
And of course, he's nominated today, of course. It's fitting his name is Phil because his head is filled with pudding.
Oh!
That joke was given to me by Jimmy Fallon.
Okay.
And he was glad to get rid of it. President Biden is in the news. Yeah, apparently his approval rating is plummeting. It's really down there. Have you noticed this? Come on, man. Yeah, his numbers are almost as low as when Rene Fabrege appeared on this show. That's true. It's not funny, but it's true. No. You know,
Not funny. Not funny at all.
Not funny. Oh, come on. Offie nominee, well, this will make you feel better. Offie nominee Neil Hamburger is also in the news. Yeah, did you hear about this? Apparently he was performing at Cracker Barrel, and they asked him to put on a mask during his act. Guess they didn't like what was coming out of his mouth, or his face for that matter. But we're rooting for him. Neil is a nominee for Best Guest Host. And you know, Neil's been in the business a long time. And these days, he's trying to appeal to younger audiences. He's actually changed his name to Neil Impossible Burger.
Oh!
Red meat is out. Red meat is out.
Yes, sir.
But, you know, we kid Neil Hamburger about his name, but he really is that rare performer whose work in the medium is really well done. That's very subtle humor. That's that anti-comedy that you've heard so much about. But, you know, as you know, when I host the Oscars, at the Oscars, the winners are tabulated by the accounting firm of Price Waterhouse. We do things a little differently here at Office Hours. We can't afford a big accounting firm. So the names of the nominees are put into Vic Berger's pants. DJ Doug Pound lays down some sick beats. And Vic twerks out the winners.
Johnny, start again.
Oh, you got a drop in the middle of my joke.
Come on, guys.
The nominees are put into Vic Berger's pants, no drops. DJ Doug Pound lays down some sick drops, and Vic twerks out the winners. Twerks out the winners. What else is in the news? You know, I've been loading up on ivermectin. Have you heard about this?
Ivermectin.
It's a horse deworming medicine that people who refuse to take the COVID vaccine are taking because they believe it prevents them from catching the virus. Personally, I'm vaccinated, so there's no worries there. But I am taking ivermectin because I'm up for the lead role in the reboot of Mr. Ed.
Oh!
Which is not a biopic about Ed McMahon, by the way.
Oh!
Hey, how about this Joe Rogan? Huh? We love Joe Rogan, don't we? Let's hear it for him. Yeah, he's been injecting ivermectin, as they say. He's also
Ivermectin.
You know what else he's into? He's into sensory deprivation tanks. You ever try one of those?
No, sir.
No. Well, it's interesting. Jerry told me that Joe Rogan is allegedly friends with a lot of sex pests. Is that really true, Jerry?
Of course.
How would you know that? No,
Maybe he saw something on the internet.
Well, maybe Spotify can help him buy a sense accumulation tank for him to sit and help him gain a little better sense while he's choosing his friends. That's a sincere thought. Again, it's not funny, but it's a thought.
Not funny at all.
Hey, tell me this, Doc. What does Joe Rogan do when it's his turn to pass out the cards at poker night?
What?
He'll Delia them in. Delia.
Chris Delia,
That's
friends
right.
with Joe Rogan.
You can
Joe
Google
Rogan
him.
supports the Chris Delia's and his sexual escapades.
That's what they say. That's what they say. You know, speaking of the Oscars, have you seen this? I don't know if you've seen this, Tim. There's a meme making the rounds of Oscar Isaac kissing Jessica Chastain's arm at the Venice Film Festival. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. It's the most controversial red carpet moment since the premiere of Tim and Eric's $1 billion movie. When Robert Loggia licked Eric Wareheim's kneecaps. That's a true story. You can look that up on the YouTube. No, but Tim Heidegger's my co-host tonight. Tim's into that random humor where you just say crazy stuff like free real estate, for your health, go get the mints. Remember that one? Yeah. Can you bring my words back? Yeah, those are also the top 3 things that Ed McMahon says during sex.
Oh! Wow. Okay.
Ed's down in the... You know, it's actually very exciting. Randy Newman is a nominee for Best Phone Call. Randy Newman. Of course, he wrote the very controversial song Short People, which, this is interesting, was the subject of a defamation lawsuit led by Mickey Rooney, Tom Cruise, DJ Doug Pound, and the kid from Webster. Don't know what happened in that lawsuit. Have you heard about that? Now, this is a great setup you have here. This reminds me of my early days at KNXT in LA. But things are very different in broadcasting since I started out. Office Hours operates under a new paradigm. They don't have sponsors. They do crowdfunding. Have you heard of this? Crowdfunding. Yeah, it's the latest thing where you have a subscription service where the audience funds the show. It's wild. Yeah. Yeah. I've actually got my own.
Wild.
It's wild. I have my own subscription service. I've had it for years. In my case, I send money to the subscribers. Yeah, it's called alimony.
Oh!
Because I've had a lot of ex-wives. There's no more words on my screen, so I think we're going to move on to the next segment. Can you play us out,
Let's hear
Jerry?
it. Let's hear it for Johnny Carson, everybody.
Thank you. I'll be right here.
Yeah. Johnny, let me ask you. Thank you for doing this, by the way. Tremendous to see you. You're a legend. Now, you've been in hell for how many years now?
I think it's been about 15 to 20.
How
The
do you
underworld. We
what
call
is-
it the underworld.
I see. Do you have a sense of time down there, or is it hard to track it?
It is a little hard to track. I wear a Rolex, and I do have a stage manager down there, like
do?
I did, a fellow named Jerry Epstein, who keeps me
Jerry Epstein?
keeps me in line. Yeah.
Okay.
No relation to any
Not
Jerry
Jeffrey.
Epstein.
Not Jeffrey Epstein.
No, far from it. No, second cousin twice removed.
I see. And is Ed down there with you?
Ed is down there as well. Now,
dear.
I've been with Ed since I started at KNXT,
Okay.
a local station in LA, doing a show called Carson's Cellar, which was kind of like this, kind of a low-budget sketch
Sounds like
show.
you've been checking out your own Wikipedia.
It's a very interesting story
Yes.
from Nebraska.
Well, listen, let's get it started. You're going to be reading the nominees, but I understand also
Yes.
you have you have your own Tonight Show down in hell that starts at 10:30 a.m. Pacific?
Yeah, 11:30 a.m.
11:30
Pacific
a.m., I'm
time. So
sorry.
I have a hard out. We have a very special show tonight. We're going to have, if anyone's in the underworld, it'll be Michael Landon, Loretta Swit, and the late Tommy Lasorda. Tommy's
All
also
in hell.
in the underworld.
Oh,
yes.
terrible
So,
news. We
a
thought
lot
some
of
of them
fun.
might have gone up to heaven, but I guess not.
No, basically everybody in show business
Oh!
goes to the underworld.
Terrific, thank you. And so let's get it started with
Let's get it started.
with an offie. And you introduced Jerry Paper, correct?
I certainly
With a
did.
joke,
Oh,
but
yeah.
not a proper introduction. Jerry, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Yeah.
How are you?
Much respect. I'm pretty good.
You're just going to be playing Spanish guitar. Would you call that a nylon guitar or a Spanish guitar? How would you classify that kind of guitar?
Nylon. Classical.
Classical. Are you
Yeah.
Classical,
Are you classically
Absolutely
trained?
not. No way.
Okay. What's your favorite chord there on the guitar?
This one's pretty good.
Well, let him play the chord.
Please. No respect.
Ta-da-da. All right. Terrific.
Lovely chord. Really lulls you. It has a
Yeah,
lulling
it's a
quality.
lulling
you could use
chord.
some of those
Yeah.
down in hell.
But a bit of an eyebrow raise.
Let's begin with our first nominee. What do you have over there, Johnny?
I have Best Zoomer.
Best Zoomer. We have a lot of
Best
Zoomers
Zoomer.
here. Maybe
Very
we can
popular.
let's bring in a Zoomer real quick and say hello to them. Just to get a sense of the show so far, make sure everything's working. Anybody out there, Matt?
Well, I believe we have a nominee, actually. Phil Braun is here on the red carpet.
Oh, Phil Braun's on the red
Phil
carpet.
Braun. There he is.
Oh, hi, Phil. Are you a nominee?
Of course I'm a nominee.
Well, this is a little controversial to have you on as a guest here, but the votes are in, so there's no way for you to push it one way or the other. How are you doing otherwise?
I'm feeling great. I was feeling great, but I mean, what the fuck, Johnny?
What?
Well, we don't
With the
swear
joke?
on this show now
Huh?
that I'm co-hosting.
He telling bad jokes about me, putting
Phil,
heads.
hey, man,
Is
come
this
on.
a way to treat a nominee? This is supposed to be a special day for me.
I think
This is a big
we're all
day for
getting
me.
we're all taking pot shots from Johnny. I wouldn't
Phil,
take
this
it.
is called poking gentle fun.
Yeah, I'd chill out.
I didn't
man.
like it.
Oh,
I didn't like
okay.
it one bit.
Well, that's a very realistic background you have on your screen there.
Yeah.
Are you going to commit suicide by hurricane?
No, look.
What's
the
the deal?
weather here is not going to dampen my day. Johnny's not going to dampen my day. This is a big day. I'm expecting big things here today. So I'm out on the beach. I'm having a great time
Now,
celebrating the offies. I'm excited for
why don't
the
you
show and
why don't you stand by and we'll read the nominees and see if you won. It'll be fun to see if you see your reaction one way or the other, I suppose. Shall we kick
Phil
it
is the
Let's
best
do
Zoom.
it. Now,
is not a
Phil
best
is,
Zoomer.
Phil is not
Phil's
a
later.
nominee
Oh,
for
you're not a
best
nominee.
Zoomer,
Copy that.
but
Okay.
it may come up later.
Phil has a big category. He's
What
up
what
for
is
best
he?
guest.
He is a Zoomer, though. What does that mean? He's not a he is a Zoomer.
He's been upgraded to guest.
Well, you know,
Hey, look
he's
at
so
this.
much a part of the family
What are you looking
that
at,
members
Phil?
of the family are usually not allowed to be in competitions. That's
All
kind
right.
of a general
Okay.
rule.
Well, you seem to have a lot of
Wow.
opinions on that, John.
Phil, what
I
are
don't
you
know
doing?
why.
Well, I've been in broadcasting since I started at KNXT in Los Angeles.
Tim, check this out. Look what he's doing.
Phil?
Oh, he's
Phil, what are you
finding-
doing
What you
down
got
there?
going on there?
He's finding some treasures.
What do you got,
Yeah.
Phil?
Well, I've been down the beach here today, and one of the cool things about the beach is you can find these eggs everywhere.
Oh no.
This is,
Wait,
you know,
wait,
in
whoa,
my
whoa,
old
Phil,
Oh, you
Phil,
show.
should be
don't mess-
digging those up.
Yeah, man,
Phil.
don't mess with that, buddy.
No,
Go-
bring
that's-
one of those. We used to do animal segments on the Tonight
I know,
Show.
but that's not the vibe we're going for here. Phil, those look like turtle eggs.
This is, yeah, that's what, yeah.
Well, then don't
Phil,
touch them.
leave
Those
those
are
in the
highly
sand.
protected.
What are you doing?
Those just
This is breakfast.
no. You don't want to
I've
eat
eaten,
turtle
I've
eggs.
eaten the last, I've eaten the last 3 nests.
My God.
And here's another one.
Jeez.
This looks like the inciting incident of a found footage horror movie.
Yeah, there you go.
So I'm actually on a new diet now where I am eating nothing but turtle eggs and losing weight. And this is the 3rd one I found today.
Well, I think you should
yeah, you
stop.
just-
I
you
think
just
we should
start
report him
walking
to
the
the
beach.
Yeah,
wildlife, the
that's-
beach patrol or
You
whatever.
should be jailed for this.
Those are endangered. You gotta let them hatch and then go to the ocean, idiot.
They're God's creatures. They made these eggs for us in our nourishment to eat.
All right. Well, I strongly disagree. Cover them up with
taking
sand and
these.
step away. Go to the fucking Denny's and get some real eggs.
No, I'm eating these.
So you are.
you
All
do-
right.
All right,
Let's
well-
read the nominees for
Without
Best
further
Zoomer.
ado,
Yeah.
the nominees for Best Zoomer are Bagel Snail,
Bagel Snail. Okay.
Joe Kart, Sari, Natalie, and Chase.
What was Natalie's deal, man?
And
Natalie
the-
was the Thanksgiving episode. Said something about getting sick from food or something.
I don't remember.
No,
I don't
that-
remember anything that happens on
Turtle
this damn
eggs, I
show.
believe.
So, can we clarify who voted for these? Just
So the nominations were open to everyone on
Everyone in
social
the world.
media and Patreon, and then the final voting was Patreon. So we
Patreon.
tabulated who got the most nominations, picked the top 5.
so Phil could have paid off some of those patrons. Like
quite possible.
Anything could be happening.
Yeah,
Randy
I
Newman could be
suspect
doing
foul
it.
play with Natalie. 'cause
Payola
that
was a
random.
big problem in the 50s during when I
disrespect.
started out in broadcasting.
Where was that?
KNXT in Hollywood.
All right, here we go.
Oh, and the off he goes to Joe Kart.
Whoa, Joe Kart!
Joe Kart.
Joe Kart is here with us, ladies and gentlemen, to accept his award. Joe Kart, congratulations. Now, Johnny, you might not have seen this, or Jerry, you might not have seen
he's
this.
going.
There he goes!
Not injure yourself.
Go!
whoa.
He's too excited.
Okay.
Chill out.
Wow.
I just want to thank Art Ingalls for inventing the go-kart.
Who?
Who?
And
It's amazing.
The Eagles?
Art Ingalls.
Oh.
The Eagles invented the go-kart.
Art
I'm really
Ingalls
dizzy now.
invented the
Oh,
go-kart.
The football
Holy
team or
crap.
the rock and roll group?
Yeah.
All right.
This is
Okay.
this is like if Mario Andretti and Eddie Deason had a baby.
Okay. We'll get a name check on Eddie Deason.
And Google him.
Congratulations. Oh, it's a he. Okay.
Oh yes.
Congratulations
Thank you so
to
much.
you, Joe Kart. I want to say, I know this is your opportunity to give a speech. I'd like to say you have contributed so much to the show this year, and I'm proud of you. There is no award, really. We're not giving any trophies or anything, are we? But we'll get you something, okay?
Okay. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Go Kart away, would you?
Bye-bye.
Cart away.
All right, let's keep the show moving. We'll do another nominee, and then we'll get to City of the Day. 'Cause we do not want to
Let's hold off on that. We're not quite ready for the next one.
Shall I do the City of the Day?
Yeah,
then,
let's
Matt?
do City of the Day first.
City of the Day, ladies and gentlemen.
The city of the day.
Now,
City of the day. Ain't much more to say. Let's all play. City of the day.
the City of the Day is brought to you by. The City of the Day is brought to you by the Iglesias Octavator. Do you have a high voice that makes you sound like a wimp? Not a problem with the Iglesias Octavator, designed by acclaimed journalist Matt Iglesias. The Octavator is a headset mic with a speaker mounted on your forehead that will bring any high pitch down to a powerful level. You can go from sounding like this
Yeah, I mean, it's possible.
to this,
Yeah, I mean, it's possible.
or even this,
Yeah, I mean, there's something to be said for that.
or this.
Yeah, I mean, there's something to be said for that.
The Octavator even makes Muppet-voiced Ben Shapiro sound more manly.
I suppose that's true.
I suppose that's true.
So pull your voice down by your throat straps with the Iglesias Octavator, available at Walmart and Sam Ash.
I'm popular and no one has ever heard of me.
Popular and no one has ever heard of
Spit
me.
in my mouth.
Spit in my mouth. Yeah, I mean, that's not really a word that I use. Yeah, I mean, that's not really a word that I use.
Okay,
Wow,
there's a.
that's helpful.
Wonder if that one will be nominated next year. I don't know.
Probably not.
Does Nate Silver have one of those?
Nate Silver in the news. Why should we not like? I got to get a list on why I shouldn't like Nate Silver now, Vic. Give it to us.
Oh, I
What's
don't know
the-
anything about Nate Silver.
Oh, well, you've been tweeting about him.
When? I've never tweeted about
You
him.
did.
He's out.
I don't know.
Nate
I'm-
Silver is out.
He's
I don't
out.
know.
Long John
I'm
Silver
finding
is
Vic's
in.
Twitter and
All right,
proving
find
you
it.
wrong.
I don't think I know anything.
Is it
about
Long John's brother?
He is Long John's
Okay.
second cousin, twice removed.
I know you.
No, I'm always about the Greenwald guy.
Glenn Greenwald.
That's my hang
He's a
up.
little off, isn't he?
Yeah, something's going on there.
Uh,
No, I don't know much about Nate Silver. I mean, I don't know.
Maybe it
Glenn
was
Green, he's that kid who blogs about Bush on Blogspot.
Right. That's
blogs
right.
about Bush.
Johnny remembers.
What's your Nate Silver take, Johnny?
I vote yes.
Okay.
I vote yes on Nate.
Yeah.
Yes.
The returns are in and they're good. I say he's going to be popular again within 6 months. You know, these things go up and down. I certainly know what that's like.
Sure. He's one day he's out, next day he's in. Now, Matt, are we ready to go to the next category?
Yeah, we could do either best ad or best guest host. We're ready for either of
Well,
those.
I am holding the best guest host nominees.
Then we
in
defer to
my
you, sir. We defer
little
to you.
hands.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I turn it to Johnny for the next category here.
The next category is best guest host, and the nominees are, drumroll please, Neil Hamburger, and that's it. There's
Oh.
only one nominee.
Well, this is a little bit anticlimactic, I'd say.
But you remember, you never know what's going to happen. There might be a fuck up like we did that time with Warren Beatty
yeah.
and
Well,
Faye
Moonlight.
Dunaway. It might say something completely different. But in fact, it's Neil Hamburger.
Oh, well, he's
The great Neil Hamburger.
very little competition there. I mean, no competition.
Doing that, dog.
A monopoly. A hamburger monopoly.
I believe we have
Hello.
Mr. Hamburger on the line. Is that
no
correct?
more samples, guys.
Uh-oh.
I'm here.
Mr.
I'm here.
Hamburger.
This is this is a real waste of time if you don't have any other nominees.
That's what I said.
I mean, I appreciate any sort of award, but when there's no other nominees, and I don't even think it's because other people couldn't do this job. I think it's because nobody else wants to do this job. Because no professional guest host would put up with the group that you have.
The what?
On set there.
Was that
the group of people?
Oh, I
Doug,
thought you said something else.
Doug and Vic. Doug and Vic.
Not a fan.
These guys, I know these guys well, and they're great guys. They're nice people when they're not in front of the computer. But you put them in front of the
Stop doing
computer,
that, dog.
and you're trying to do your job, and you got Good Golly Miss Molly and Tutti Frutti and all these songs just coming a mile a minute, and that really undercuts what a guest host is hired to do, and that's why you'll never have any guest hosts.
So you
And that's
regret
why,
guest hosting?
Well, it was a little degrading, because these guys with their funny announcements, whatever it's Splish Splash, I'm taking a bath, all these songs that they play.
You're getting played out by the drops. I think that's disrespectful, guys. Let him say his piece.
Okay.
I think
These guys, this is why you'll never get good guests on your show, because they don't want Dizzy Miss Lizzy and all these stupid songs. It's always a stupid song with these guys.
I know.
Always
Well,
a
let's try
stupid-
to. All right, let's try to stay positive though. Are you a Johnny Carson fan? It's kind of cool to have him back here from hell, or is he the underworld? must have.
Well, yes, of course. And Johnny Carson would take a baseball bat from behind his desk because I have a good authority that he kept a baseball bat there in case there were intruders during the Tonight Show, because they did have a break-in. Burbank at that time was a very dangerous city. Johnny would take a baseball bat out and just bash the heads in of these guys. I'm sorry, Doug.
Neil, I think
like
you're
you in a social
misremembering.
setting.
I don't know.
Wait, sorry. What about me?
He's upset with you.
Well,
Aren't
in
you
a
paying
social
attention?
setting, Doug is the nicest guy you'll ever meet. But you put him in front of his computer, and he just turns into an asshole playing, whole lot of shaking going on. All these songs that everybody hates, and it's just going in your ears.
All right. Well,
exactly. This is a dizzy shaboom, shaboom. I don't want to hear any of these songs.
Matt,
Cut their
was there
power
any
cable
competition
and
out there? We never had another guest host.
Not really.
Well, you
Okay.
never will get one. You think Barbara Streisand is going to come on the show with this shit going on?
I know that
Streisand
David
wouldn't put up with
Steinberg
that
is
for one
looking for one.
second.
Yeah, we'd love to have Johnny come and guest host. You wouldn't mind with the drops going on, would you?
If I may play devil's advocate, Neil, and by the way, Neil, I saw you perform the day after the Kennedy assassination at the Blue Angel in Greenwich Village in 1963,
Wow,
and you
terrific.
killed.
Yeah.
You killed, and I've been a big fan ever
thank
since.
you, Johnny.
I'm sorry we never had you on the show. My booker didn't know who you were.
But you
Well,
would.
that is the ultimate compliment. Thank
Well,
you,
I gotta
Johnny, and I
say-
will write that one
Would you
down.
have brought Neil Hamburger over to the couch if he was?
I
doing-
would have given Neil the wave. I would have given him 2 waves.
Wow. How does that feel, Neil?
Well, that's great. Now that's the award. That's the award. This other award is real garbage, honestly. But hearing these words from a legend, even if he's in hell, a legend like
The
Johnny
underworld.
Carson.
Call it the underworld.
Well, okay.
Well, Neil, I got to say, your point is well taken, but you have to adapt to the times. I'm in my 90s now, in Earth years. And, these drops, we had drops on The Tonight Show. They went, hi-oh!
There you go.
They weren't digitized. They were live back
Yeah.
then, but you got to keep up with the times.
But you
That's
didn't
right,
have
there's a drop.
Doc Severinsen.
Ed invented the drop,
Doc
is what I'm
Severinsen
saying.
is not going to launch into Tutti Frutti while you're interviewing, as an important guest.
No, but he
Like,
might start playing Tea for Two if I'm drinking my coffee.
That's true. I'm sorry, Neil, you're not happy with the show, but it was a real blast on our part to have you come and guest host. So do with that.
Oh, I
with
love the show. Let's just cut the power cables to these guys you have.
Listen, between you and me, I'm on your side on this one. I've been struggling with this for years now, and I
bet you've got a migraine headache every day of the week having to deal with this.
I certainly not been great. So, thank you, Neil. Congratulations.
Thanks for
to
the
you.
award. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Johnny. Bye-bye.
All right, the great Neil Hamburger back on the live stage. I wasn't going to plug this, but he's back at Zebulon here in Los Angeles starting later in the month. Look on the Neil Hamburger social
Very funny
media.
man.
Very funny
funny man.
Very funny guy. Very funny guy. I'm getting a message from my producer here.
A DM?
We got just straight in the dock here. We got best ad coming up now. Can you get us a best ad? Best commercial.
Let's find best ad. I've got here we are, slightly out of order, but I've got it. Best ad. By the way, advertisers are very important. I know you're crowdfunded.
Yes.
But the best ad nominees, are we ready for this? Best ad. Fart Garfunkel's Gas Sweet Elite. And Kip Winger's Chip Fingers. Lewd Dogs.
That's...
Stan Seder's Cedars. It's a tongue twister there.
Yeah.
And Hagar's Haygars.
There you go. So listen, I want to say these are all terrific. And I don't know, Matt, do we remember which one's which? Who came up with what? I don't know how to know.
I know.
Okay.
And
I know.
The offie goes to
Many of them are collaborations.
Lewd Dogs. I was hoping he'd win.
Oh, Lewd Dogs. I feel like I need to share that one with you.
We can share that one for sure.
Finally, I get it.
And Chris Robinson. Yeah. Made the video.
I'm surprised. I mean, I think the video is what won it.
Took it.
It's not the best ad.
It's a great ad.
Not the best.
You have to remember, this is at a time when Lou Dobbs was in the news, acting like a lunatic. He had gotten fired for saying all sorts of insane things. I think they're all great. Fart Garfunkel's Gas,
Sweet Elite. I mean, the laughs. Tim, you were losing your mind during that.
I love them all. So congratulations to us. Let's talk to a Zoomer, Matt.
Well, let's talk to the winner. You're sharing it with Chris Robinson.
Fart to burp. Remember Fart to burp?
What's he gonna
That's
have
part
to
of the
say?
Gas Sweet Elite.
Oh, we can give
Chris?
him. And let's shout
Where's
out
Chris
Hannah Pugh, who does all the ads for us. The
Yes,
images.
Hannah does all the
Beautiful
beautiful
work.
art that you see whenever the ads are discussed on the show.
Sometimes Dan Mulcahy fills in.
Dan Mulcahy, who made our
Did
opening
the
today.
intro.
He did Haygars. Chris, are you there?
Yeah, thank you guys. This is an honor and a privilege.
Thank you for dressing up.
Yeah, I had to dress up. I went to the closet, pulled this out. Thank you so much. This is thank you to Matt for taking a chance on me. You know, this is really, really important to me.
There you go. That's a nice.
You want to watch the ad?
Let's take a look at the ad from earlier this year, or was it last year?
Probably
Who knows?
last year.
Probably last year.
All right, here we go.
Warning, this product contains adult content not suitable for children.
Now on DVD and Brown Ray, it's Lewd Dobbs, Lewd Dogs.
What is going on?
There's over 2 hours of raw dog, nasty, poorly trained, and badly behaved canines from all over the world.
It boggles the mind.
Lou handpicked these bad boys, and you won't believe how lewd loose dogs can get.
Oh, my God.
Lewd Dobbs is unchained and on the loose from his Fox News contract. And he's putting all his time and energy into finding the nastiest, filthiest, craziest dog videos that will never be seen on TV.
Pathetic.
These clips are sick.
This is just pure nonsense.
Order Lewd Dobbs, Lewd Dogs Volume 1 now.
Oh my God.
That's an excellent ad.
Yeah, that's terrific.
Really makes you want to buy the product, which is what an ad should do.
Yeah, that deserves the win.
You don't see that kind of humor on the James Corden show, ladies and gentlemen. Would that get through your filters, Johnny, and your writers? Would they?
That would have to. It would depend on what my
racist.
producer Fred DeCorvita is a big dog fan, and I don't know that he'd like
But the
explicit
sexual
content.
the bestiality nature of the ad. And actually, there wasn't really any bestiality. You do love your but there was this concept.
There's an
of
implication that Lou perhaps enjoys these videos a little too much.
Right.
Wait, is it bestiality if an animal has sex with an animal?
Well, but to be turned on by animals having.
No, if an animal simply is having sex with a
But if a
different animal.
dog and a cat are doing it,
is that bestiality?
That's, yeah.
Well, let me ask you this.
Maybe.
Yeah. Let me ask you this: Is that another? Is there another name for someone that's just sexually attracted to watching animals have sex?
My producer Fred DeCorvita.
I mean, you could say, I don't know. Let's watch Ed do it and find out.
I don't know. Let's writing that one down for later.
Yeah. Okay.
You want to take some zoomers?
Yes, I just want to loosen things up.
loosen up a
as if things aren't loose enough already.
Vic.
We had shot our load.
Yes. This is confusing. There's a zoomer named Vic. Oh. Vic the Zoomer. You're on.
How does this Vic spell it?
Too many Vics.
Same way. VIC.
A lot of people think I spell it with a K on the end.
Hey, by the way,
Makes no
I
sense.
always wanted to ask you this. How's that vapor rub business going?
You know what? You
Like you've been
recycled that
getting
joke.
this-
When I saw you 7 years ago, you did the same joke.
What are you talking about?
You said, "Anybody? What? Give me your name." And I said, "Vic," and you said, "Vic's vapor."
What do you mean, give me your name? When
You
do
said,
I
give
go?
me a name. I don't know, some live show before you knew me.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
you were in the audience
in Philly, yeah,
in Philly for a stand-up show I
with
was
you
doing.
and Neil, and I was there, and you're like, "What's your name?" And I go, "Vic," and you go, "Oh, Vic's Vapor Rub." That's a yeah.
This
And you had a
is
joke
one of
about it.
those
Isn't that
backstory
amazing?
scenes you get in shows where you
There you
see
go.
how the people met. They looked younger. Hairstyles are a little different.
Flashback.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't.
Yeah, I did not know.
I didn't know.
You did not know that.
I did not know that. I did not know that.
Well, the other Vic.
I tried to sue them over that, by the way. Jack
The
Nicholson.
movie.
Yeah, didn't like that. I did not like that.
Is that true?
No.
Mess with your
I was like, are
image,
you
yeah.
dipping back into that Wikipedia?
No,
He must have
I,
loved it. I was watching your show the other night. I don't know if I shared this on the show.
Yes, The Tonight Show
Yeah,
with Johnny
I
Carson.
was watching the Tonight Show, and it was 1980. And
Oh, that was a tough year.
Angie Dickinson was on. Remember
Angie? Yes.
And she was just, you guys were just small talking, and she said, "I saw the greatest movie last night. I saw 9 to 5, and it was wonderful. so funny and everybody's great in it. And Johnny says,
Me.
He goes, you said, you'll remember this.
Yes.
John, you said, oh, you know what I saw last night? I saw, do you remember?
Ordinary People.
No, close. Not really close. Raging Bull.
Yes. Raging Bull.
And you were like, great movie, a little violent, but Bob De Niro does a tremendous job. And it was kind of neat that you're like watching this time capsule of somebody first seeing Raging Bull. Yeah.
I'm a big Scorsese fan.
Yeah. In general. All right.
The other
Matt,
Vic
Vic disappeared
on us.
after all that?
After that.
How about disgraced rapper Chris Brown? Are you available? Chris Brown. Or are you doing work right now? All right. Suika 27. Suika 27.
Suika.
Are you there?
Hey, how's it going, people?
What? Where are you calling from?
Um,
Australia?
Okay.
Turn your radio
England.
down.
England.
The UK. Shit, am I
Nice.
shouting at you?
No,
Sorry.
you're doing good. You're a little dark. You got a little backlit. What is that, a Jeff
yeah.
Lynne hat?
The music of
Don
England.
This is I got
An English
from
garden.
Boomtown 20. Have you heard of Boomtown? It's a great festival in the UK.
Of course I have.
recommend it.
Like the rats.
The Boomtown Rats.
Hey, what do you got for me?
Maybe I don't know the rest. What have I got for you?
Oh my god.
I can sing you a song, maybe.
It's kind of a Trump mask replica
Shit,
situation.
I meant to do this.
You know what I mean, Tim?
What are you, smoking
You
joints?
caught me off guard. Get me next time.
All right, drop
no,
him.
just
Drop
cigarettes.
this guy. Drop him. Ban him from the show. Ban him from the show.
You get one
Matt,
shot.
did he have his hand up?
No, but nobody does.
Wow, Cat Stevens just keeps changing his name.
Every
That's
day
crazy.
it's just Chase harassing me in the chat. He's the only one. So Chase, you're on. Let's mourn your loss.
I'm upset. I can't believe I lost.
What were you even nominated for? Best Zoomer?
Best Zoomer.
Why? Because
I
you're a
had
nice
it in the
guy?
bag. I had it.
You didn't have a go-kart.
I think it was a pity vote.
No
to be
go-kart.
honest.
No. I had it. I'm the Zoomer of the people.
I
Yeah,
hate
but-
to break it to you, Chase. You were actually in last place.
Oh,
No.
no one needs to know that.
He didn't need to know that, Matt.
It's
No
all
one needs
politics.
to know that.
It's all politics.
How are you going to
God.
beat a guy in a fucking go-kart? Come on, man.
And Shari was a close second.
Shari
So
killed
now
it.
I gotta change my name so I can come back next year.
Yeah, just raise your game.
Okay.
Come
I'm
on.
gonna do it.
All right. Thank you very much.
I'll be back next year.
Come on.
Yeah, but next year, do something like juggle on a conveyor belt. You need a gimmick in this business.
I'm gonna write that down. I'll write
Chase,
it down.
Chase, why don't you
I think
start
you can
chasing
introduce a
stuff?
little collar adjust to your act, maybe, Johnny. Or bring that back.
I try. Rodney Dangerfield has a corner
That's
on that.
true.
But, in moderation.
Come on, do it.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, Chase. Good luck next year.
All right, back to you, Chris
Good
Brown.
luck. You won in our hearts, Chase. You won in our hearts.
Disgraced rapper
Okay.
Chris Brown, you're on.
How's it going?
Good. What's going on, dude?
Not much.
Can you get a bigger
I feel
clock
like
in your house?
And some more
it's not
plants.
big enough clock.
Yeah, it's
Adam.
like that movie with Will Smith where the world end, where the pandemic. What's that movie called? I Am Legend. Everything's gone to seed where you live. It's- I don't know.
I feel like there's
Trees
not enough
are growing. you know.
Garth Brooks talk recently.
Say again.
Not enough Garth Brooks talk recently.
You're giving me notes on the show?
No. Not any notes on the show. No, that's not what I'm here for.
You'd prefer
I
us
guess,
talk about Garth Brooks more.
Yes.
Well, can I get
guess
you a
that's what I lead
refund?
into. I'm sorry?
Can I get you a refund?
Yeah. You need a refund on the $5 a month.
That
Get
would
all
be
that back.
that would be pretty sick of you to want that because we're not doing the show you need so badly, just the way you like it, like Goldilocks.
That being said, this is great. Love Vic, love your work. Doug, love your work. Gonna give those compliments all around. Anyway, that's out of the way.
What about chopped
yeah, I had a
liver?
good Garth Brooks story. Don't have to get into that.
How do you
if
like
don't want
Johnny
to.
Carson though, huh? It's pretty exciting.
I don't know Johnny Carson. You're new to me. You're doing well today.
Never heard of
Thank
Johnny
you
Carson?
for introducing me. I take it you're a millennial, perhaps a millennial,
yes.
early 30s. Yeah, so it's fun to be introduced to a new generation. That's one of my drops. That's a drop, we
Yeah.
call that.
What are you, Pete Townsend over there with the My Generation? Anyways, Yeah, but you're not familiar with who Johnny Carson is?
I know who Johnny Carson is, but this is not the Johnny Carson that I guess I know.
Ooh.
Well, we all change. Every man's life is a series of chapters, and this is the current chapter.
Hopefully the final chapter.
You're looking good.
Thank you. Yeah.
Is there a lower
well
place than
rested.
hell that you could ever end up? Are you at the bottom?
There is another one for the truly bad people.
Okay.
And the
child
truly,
molesters.
yes, Adolf Hitler.
Hitler's.
I'm in Hollywood hell. It's actually not that bad. It's kind of like the prison in Goodfellas.
Cotty. You're cutting garlic with the razor
a lot
blade.
of cutting garlic with razors and then getting wine from the guards.
Jerry, you okay over there? You need something? You're quiet, but that's fine.
yeah,
You
that's
happy?
all right, yeah.
I don't want to hear complaints that I was ignoring you.
Yeah, what the fuck? I just don't know what to do.
Neither do I.
Just play and we'll back off. Go ahead. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
No.
Well, Jerry's not the most exciting figure on the show.
Yeah, forgive me.
He's a little dull.
I just got off a plane.
He makes Joe Biden look like Johnny Knoxville on nitrates.
Yes,
These are
thank
the
you.
facts. I'm not.
pot
Of
shot.
course.
Now I was on a I was traveling. I was on a just like you. I was traveling. I was in a car. There was a car service guy who's doesn't. It was a 6 a.m. pickup. The guy did not pick up on the vibe that I wasn't chatty at that hour.
Yes.
But he continued. He was a guy named Big John. Goes by Big John down there in Florida. Picks us up at the hotel. And I happen to be wearing my LA Dodgers hat. Just happens to be the hat I wear.
Drivers love talking sports, in my
They
experience.
love it, and they know quite a bit about it.
That's right.
Now, this is the mistake. I should never leave this. I should never leave the area with a region-specific hat on, because all it does is open the door for somebody to chat. It's the reason I wear a Dodgers hat in L.A. It's because no one's going to bring it up to me in L.A. because it's just, you know what I mean? It doesn't draw attention. You go to Florida, suddenly, hey, I know somebody that was on the Dodgers once. Anyways.
Baltimore, how about those birds?
Yeah.
They'll say.
So, exactly. So, but this gentleman did drop a very interesting piece of trivia that I think my audience would like. I'll put it out there as a question. If you Google this, fuck you. You're a piece of shit. You belong down there with Johnny.
It's not so bad.
There are only two people in the Baseball Hall of Fame that are not players, managers, owners, and not broadcasters, because they have their own category there. So there's two people that are officially in the Baseball Hall of Fame that you could not classify as a player, an owner, or a manager. That's the trivia question of the day, a new segment that we'll do every week.
I would guess Ed Kranepool's masseuse and Tommy Lasorda's mistress.
Oh! No, that's not correct. Johnny, you're welcome to guess throughout.
No, if that was a drop or my ex-wife Joanne.
Okay.
Tim,
now you're warming up.
It took 90 minutes for me to figure out this character.
Matt, who do we have next?
Let's get to best guess. This is a pretty big
This
category.
is huge.
This is a big one.
This is what we all show up for.
Thank you for the fanfare.
Yes.
Jerry Paper.
There
I
we
take
go,
it all
there we go.
back.
See,
You're a
yeah.
very exciting, dynamic performer.
Please.
Best guess. The nominees are Phil Braun, Uncle Phil Braun, Bill Braun, related to Phil Braun, Rene Fabrege, Fred Armisen, and Tom Scharpling. And the off he goes to. Uncle Phil Braun.
Oh my goodness.
Very exciting.
Wow, what tough competition he had. I mean, Fred's return was remarkable. And how do you beat Tom Scharpling in this cat? How'd that happen?
Yeah. Wait, he's beating those guys, and he's out there doing turtle
I
legs.
thought Tom was terrific. That's some of the hardest I've ever laughed. Tom sat here, but listen, like I said, this is not this is out beyond my control. If I didn't even vote, I don't think I'm eligible to vote. I'm not a patron. All right, do we have Phil?
Phil Turtle Eggs Braun.
Yeah.
Phil, are you there?
Oh my goodness.
Oh no!
Wake up! Are you all right?
Do we have full frame on this, guys? I want to make sure because it's quite. Are we okay on this? seems to be an issue with Phil.
This is called Cinema Ground Zero.
Yeah.
He's not responsive to
Phil!
Anything.
Maybe there was a poaching vigilante that knocked him on the head or
Well,
something.
it looks like a broken egg
A
there.
lot of ants around on the
Yeah.
beach. I didn't know there was a thing.
Let's see how long we can hold this shot. See how long Phil can hold his breath.
I got to say, there's a lot of clues.
It's a very stiff finger.
A lot of clues in this shot.
Yeah, what do you got,
Put on
Johnny?
your detective hats.
Go ahead, Johnny.
Well, they've already mentioned the insects, the broken egg. I think there's something about that yellow shirt that Phil's wearing.
Very similar to the yolk.
Very similar to the yolk.
Very similar to the yolk. I don't know what happened. I hope Phil's okay. We would hate. He's always getting himself into some kind of mess.
Maybe we can alert his brother.
Yeah, send a word out to
Go identify the body.
somebody
To,
order some
Will
Postmates
Braun.
in Atlanta. Phil! Phil, wake up, buddy! We love you! All right.
Well,
what beach is he at? Do you know what beach he's
He
at?
might
We
have
can
stirred
call
a
the,
little. Did he stir?
But you know what? We do have one of our one of our losers of this category on the phone if we want to talk to them.
How did Dionne Warwick not get nominated? I mean,
I
like,
know,
you can look back on this year. We had
Dionne.
Dionne friggin' Warwick. We had, why isn't Randy Newman on the list?
Well, Randy's up for best call.
Randy's in another category.
What's the difference between guest and call? That's nuts.
I don't know. You know, I try to engage you guys on this subject, and nobody.
It is
wants
of no
to
interest to
engage. And then there's nothing but complaints.
The late Phil
incredible.
Well,
Oh, maybe he'll be down there in the underworld with you.
Loser
let us
Rene
know.
Fabrege is on the.
Let us know if we find Phil. on
Rene,
the,
are you there?
I guess.
Item breaking Fabergé exclusive.
Was this Gilbert
Once again,
Gottfried?
Hollywood's #1 gossip hound sweeps the offies. Favorite guest nominated, won the category.
I'm sorry, we
Thank
have a
you,
little
Tim.
miscommunication here.
Thank you, Doug. Producer Matt has alerted me to hop on the Zoom to accept my award. I can only assume that I won for pulling me
No.
out of an important meeting with my snoops about some scoops. Item, Jennifer Lawrence.
Hold on, I'm pretty sure I
Bring
banned
it.
Renee from the show. Is it? I don't remember what happens on the show. I'm pretty sure I did. Can we confirm that?
I lost track of the bannings and unbannings.
Okay.
Personally.
Well, I'll tell you what, Renee. Quickly give us a scoop.
Item.
We can decide if you're going to remain as a guest.
Jennifer Lawrence, J-Law, is pregnant. I'm currently in a meeting with my snoops to get the scoop on who the baby daddy is.
Very exciting.
Item, Travis Barker from Blink 182 has impregnated one of the Kardashians.
Wow! Congratulations.
Or maybe it's Kylie Jenner.
Renee actually broke the story of my divorce
Is
from
that
my
right?
wife Joanna.
Renee, you got any dirt on the late great Johnny Carson?
Johnny Carson, the late great Johnny Carson, had a co-host who was an alcoholic. His name was Ed McMahon. Not a lot of people know this.
Yes, they do. Everybody knows that. Thank you, Renee.
Johnny Carson liked to play tennis.
This is on Cat. Are you sure this isn't Kreskin? He has the same glasses.
He's
Johnny
Carnac
Carson,
with the,
big tennis
predictions.
head. He liked to
Yes.
drive around Hollywood in a Chevy Camaro.
Very good. May a weird holy man mistake your sister for a prayer rug.
Is Johnny Carson, is that any relation to Carson Daly?
Yes. Well,
Not
Carson
really up
Daly,
on the old
his
and,
parents named him after me. I had an affair with his mother briefly in the early 70s.
Oh, you're
yes.
Johnny Carson.
I am.
Sorry, I just got here.
Host of the Tonight Show.
Yeah, we
I'm
have
wearing,
Johnny.
this is from the Johnny Carson collection, the suit I'm wearing.
Johnny, you had an
Surprise.
actual line of suits, correct?
I did. Here's one. You could wear one of these. You know, this style is back.
Yeah, I love it. You look terrific.
This style is back.
Speaking of collections, Gary Coleman, aka Arnold Drummond, had a train collection of extensive collection of model trains.
I've seen those trains.
Have you seen Gary Coleman in Hell? Is he?
Gary Coleman went to heaven.
Oh, is that nice? That's terrific.
For some reason. You know why? Because St. Peter was a big fan of different strokes. St. Peter.
So
It's true.
you're currently
Conrad Bain's up there as well, the whole cast.
Right.
Todd Bridges. Is he dead yet?
I think he did. I think they did pass away, correct?
Todd Bridges is still alive.
I think Bridges is alive, but
Todd Bridges is still alive.
The sister, she's out. She's down there.
Todd Bridges, what's next? Joe Tunnels?
What you talking about, lady?
Huh?
It's a good name, and it got him very far in show business. So, you might want to think about Heidecker. It's a little old country.
It's a little ethnic.
A little too old
Heidecker, what's next? Low-decker?
All right, thank you, Rene.
Mr. Carson, I have a question. Mr. Carson is currently in hell?
Yes, that's correct.
The underworld.
Well, he's currently up here on Earth, but he's come to us through a seance and some potions.
Well, in hell, I have a question, because I was talking to one of my Catholic friends.
Yes.
And I was wondering, which part, is there a different hell for unbaptized babies?
Yes, that's called limbo. Unbaptized babies go to limbo, although they decided that didn't exist in Vatican II. Oh, there's one now. So now they're in limbo.
There you go.
Limbo.
Okay.
Limbo.
That sounds like fun.
Yep, thank you, Rene.
I'll up to the tiki
Goodbye.
bar and have a nice fruity drink and limbo under the limbo stick.
All right, thank you.
With some hell, baby.
What a coincidence. Does the
Thanks,
limbo
Rene.
game have anything to do with the concept of being sort of? I guess it is.
Well, you're going low, progressively lower. And in a sense, when your soul descends, you're getting progressively lower.
Right.
Limbo's underground.
The afterlife limbo, or
Yeah, limbo's underground.
Limbo's in the middle.
It's up.
It's up.
Limbo's in the middle of heaven and hell. Though,
But that would be Earth.
my point exactly.
Limbo's in what's a funny Johnny Carson middle of the country town?
Peoria,
Combawalk, Wisconsin.
There you go.
You know who's not in limbo? Rush Limbaugh.
No, he's decidedly in hell.
No, he's in the lowest.
I guess we don't have any categories for me doing great impressions. So we don't have my best impression.
You are up for a best rant.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of you,
Thank you,
Is that what's up next?
we should have do best impression. We should add that, shouldn't we?
Absolutely.
Good one.
I
Although
think
you're
that's a lock.
shooing. That's a lock.
Are we up to best rant?
We're up to best rant.
Oh my goodness, let's get it. Best rant. This is very exciting.
Right on schedule, by the way, somehow. I don't know.
Right on
It's
schedule.
amazing.
Okay, the nominees are, for Best Rant, Slice Goes Deep, Tim on the Snyder Cut,
I don't remember.
Neil
that.
Hamburger
Back.
versus Drops. We sort of heard that rant already. Doug's birthday roast for Tim,
Yeah.
and the DIVX tapes. Divx? DIVX.
Divx.
The Divx tapes.
Yes.
Trying to keep up with these new advances in technology. And the winner is, the offie goes to, oh, this is amazing, Neil Hamburger versus Drops.
It's a sweep, ladies and gentlemen. A sweep.
The paint is still wet on that rant. The dew is still on. That's a dewy young rant.
I have to say, do we have him back?
Neil, are you there?
I'm here.
Samples, guys.
To clarify, this
I'm
is
here.
for his previous anti-drop.
This is not for
When he
your
guest hosted.
drop that you just did on this show, correct? This is from.
Well,
la-
no.
No.
Neil, you want to apologize
Yeah.
now that you won an award for what we gave you?
Well, I mean, I think you guys should be the ones that are apologizing. And also, I want to say this whole category is a little misleading. It wasn't a rant. It was simply an observation that I was making. When you call it a rant, I think that implies mental illness. This is something you expect from one of these street winos. That's not a nice way to categorize somebody's sincere feelings. And I think it actually could hurt my career if people are, oh, this guy won for best rant. Oh, he's homeless now? Oh, he's a street wino?
Neil, are you saying you might get canceled?
Yeah.
Canceled.
A lot of people
For
talking about
ranting.
canceling.
Canceled for ranting. Well, I mean, you might get put in an ambulance and taken to the loony bin because it's a horrible word for what was simply a sincere observation and I stand by that. And maybe next year you guys will change the name of the category.
Well, would you like to officially decline?
I'll take
the
it for
award?
my roast.
I'll take it for my Snyder
I'll
cut.
take it for my roast.
I'll take it for my Snyder cut.
Straight white men are not allowed to talk.
Yeah, you guys take it and then see what happens. Watch your careers fall to pieces. As they say, oh, Tim Heidecker, he's a homeless bum. He's ranting and raving. He's nuts. He's sick in the head.
Well, there you have it, folks. An office hours first, an offies first, a recipient, almost like the way Marlon Brando refused to accept his
Indeed.
award.
Neil could send up one of our Native Americans.
Yeah, he could
next
have.
time.
He should have.
sent
If he
someone
wanted to
in.
pull this
Hey,
stunt, he should have made it count for something instead of just
I have to say,
whining.
I would love to win a legit award such as Best Observation. That's the award I
Neil,
want.
what do you think about the word tirade? What about if we called it Best Tirade?
Again, that sounds like a lunatic, doesn't it? It doesn't
He's got a
sound
point
balanced.
there. All right, well, we'll investigate that. But I'm sorry to hear that you're not happy with the whole. It seems like you're down on the whole event. A lot of bad energy.
Oh no,
here.
I love the event. I'd like to give the event an award, but I would give it an award that had a positive sort of outlook, not best, mess of a horrible
I think he has a
award
point.
show.
In the post-Trump era, we're looking for positivity in our
Absolutely.
content.
Get the hell out of here,
Yes.
you son of a bitch.
All right. Well, Neil, I apologize, and congratulations anyways, but you are rescinding the award, and the award goes to, I don't think we have rules for this. I think the award just is not happening this year. So
My good,
Well,
if
just
I-
rename the award. Just rename it, and then I'll take it.
We will
I'm not
consider
going to
that.
take rant.
Floor is
All right,
yours,
you
Johnny.
guys have a good day. Good.
All
Congratulations,
right, thank you,
Johnny.
Neil. Wow, if I knew it was going to be a protest march, I would have worn more comfortable shoes.
I got hairy legs.
That's a good necktie one.
I apologize. I don't,
You.
yeah, I mean, your shoes look fairly comfortable, but
By the way, I was the first one to do this before Jon Stewart did that
Do what?
voice. This
oh,
thing.
well, he's emulating you.
He's
isn't he?
emulating me. I, of course, was doing the late Jackie Gleason, so it's a cycle of
A little bit of Gleason, maybe a little bit of Jerry Lewis.
Hey, Matt,
a little.
Yes, sir.
who would be second place on that?
Oh, all right. Let's see.
I know you got the numbers.
Way to slow the show down. Jerry, anything that gets under your skin, anything that bugs you, you'd rant about if you were up, if someone put you in the corner?
Divx tapes.
What's your beef?
Number 2, which wasn't really a rant.
What's your biggest beef these days? What's really getting under your skin?
God. I don't know.
Fair enough.
My monologue was not a rant.
Crime.
Murdering.
Murdering. We hate it.
So bad.
We got to stop like Governor Abbott did in Texas. You see this?
Finally.
He says, well, they're challenging him on the... Vic, do you have this little bit of audio maybe? You know what I'm talking about.
I do know what you mean. I'll see
He
if I
was
can find
saying, what do you say about these women who are raped in Texas?
Oh, right.
Maybe they're not even going to know that's happened to them until after 6 weeks. What are we going to do about that? He goes, well, first of all, you'll know. Don't worry. They'll know. And then But then he says, but it's not going to be a problem because we are going to... rape is a crime.
At all.
What does he say?
Obviously, it provides at least because obviously it provides at least 6 weeks
the first part.
for a person to be
At
able
least
to
6 weeks.
get an abortion.
how
So,
about
for
9
one,
months?
it doesn't provide that. That said, however, let's make something very clear. Rape is a crime. And Texas will work tirelessly to make sure that we eliminate all rapists from the streets of Texas by aggressively going out and
let them rape, and then we'll get them.
And getting them off the streets.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. The
Right.
rapists have been... you're on notice now.
They're off the streets, T.
Get them arrested.
They're in
Lock 'em
different
up.
areas. They're not on streets.
A bold stance by
Yeah.
Governor Abbott.
Very controversial.
That's all they're going to do. They're going to lock them up.
Here's Johnny.
I do not like that.
Yeah. I think it's because Jack Nicholson in that movie is by saying that line is letting us know that you, sir, and that phrase, and here's Johnny. That's like part of America. That's in the
Americana.
fiber of our country.
That's true, though.
our
They're
culture.
probably like our young millennial earlier. There's a generation that's probably seen that film but hasn't seen The Tonight
They don't
Show.
know the
So they
reference.
don't get the reference. They think that's something Jack Nicholson says.
There you go. Matt, it's 11 a.m.
I know what that means.
That
Here
means
in California.
We are going to take a short break. And be back in 5 with more Offies, ladies and gentlemen. Stay with us. Do we have any song planned for today?
I got something here. Let
Yes,
me
he does. He always
pull
has
this
something
up
up his
here. I
sleeve.
got my tunes.
Maybe a little Count Basie?
Stand by for Doc Severinsen and the Doc Severinsen Orchestra. And Jerry Paper. I mean, Jerry Paper could just play a little concert.
Jerry
from Jerry
Paper is here.
Do
Ms.
you need
Little
to take
Guest.
a break?
Jerry?
I would love to pee.
There you go. We're going to not
Forgive
go to
me.
Jerry.
Well, I can
This
play
is my
Francis
top
Cannon and the Extraterrestrials with the singing psychic.
That sounds just what we need. So we'll be back in 5, ladies and gentlemen. Stay with us for more Offies, more Johnny, more Jerry, more of the Holy Trinity. Categories coming up: Best Drop, Best Sideshow, and of course, Best Episode. Very exciting. Be back shortly.
When she discovers under hypnosis that she and co-star Bruce Willis were sister and brother in a former life, me oh my, it'll open up a brand new relation. And they'll see why they've been fighting all this time. And when I look around, I see David Letterman while he's dropping more jars off of the tall building again. Think it's peanut butter jars. I see him making quite some changes, and I see a little one coming in his life. Well, I think he's decided to get married. And when I look around, I see Elizabeth Taylor making a brand new TV show. Why is that George Hamilton? I believe he's helping her. She better watch that back, or she'll have to step away from it. Why, when I look over there, I see Mr. Joe Franklin. You know that funny guy that was in the Guinness Book of World Record. Why, he's had a show ever since he was 17.